Hey, good morning, everyone. It's morning where I am, anyways, here in Florida. Coming to you live in the bumper to bumper traffic. That's one of the downsides of living in this state, is everybody wants to move here, so the traffic is extremely bad in the commute in the morning and in the afternoon. But I figured I'd take this opportunity while I'm on this drive to talk to you guys about this upcoming weekend. So we have a big VW show coming up here in Florida, and that is the No-Do VW show in Port Orange, which is near Daytona Beach. It's actually a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And again, that starts tomorrow. No-Do is probably, well, it actually is my favorite VW show in the state of Florida. It's a lot of fun, it's very laid back, and it's free to get into. That's why it's called No-Do. Always a great time, hanging out, meeting new friends, meeting old friends. If you've never been, I would definitely encourage you to go. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people take off and go over on Friday morning. As I mentioned, there are events going on all day. Pretty much all 3 days, there's events going on all day. Again, people be caravanning over in the morning on Friday. There's going to be an open house at a local VW parts store, and I'm sorry, I forgot the name. But that event is posted online, and for those of you that have Facebook, you can go to the Florida VW Shows and Events Facebook page, and you can see the No-Do VW show listed there, or you can just search Facebook for No-Do VW show. Anyways, the show is set in a beautiful park. It's got a lake in the middle, nice tree-lined drive. All the cars park around the lake in the circle. And the show's pretty huge, so there's just the entire facility, the area is filled with cars. Got a nice swap meet too. There's going to be some other events going on. The host campground is the Nova Campground. There will be a bay window bus show there on Saturday. Of course, we also have the Giuseppe's Pizza on Saturday car show. Here's the split window bus show. There's also a new event going on at the beach or Intercoastal. But there's a lot going on. That's pretty much the update for this weekend. I was trying to record earlier, but the signal was bad. For those of you that follow the channel, you know I built Ocho, my off-road Beetle, last year, and just recently did a lift on the rear suspension of the car to try to even it out between the front and the back. But unfortunately, with the swing axle back suspension, it's made the car drive really poorly, to the point that it's no longer enjoyable to drive. So I've got to take the rear suspension apart, lower it back down, and we're just going to have to live with the fact that the front is higher than the back. Nothing I can do about it unless I change the car to an IRS rear suspension, which I'm not sure if I want to do or not. I don't know if I want to invest that change, the dollars and the time in making that change. I may very well just build another car. We'll see what happens. Traffic has been extra heavy in some spots today and lighter in others, like this area right here that I'm in right now. Normally is backed up pretty far, so I'm not exactly sure why it's moving bonus, I'll take it. My travel time is anywhere from 40 minutes in the times when school is out to an hour and 20 minutes when school is in session. So I spend a lot of time on the road. And I love driving. If this road was not bumper to bumper with the cars in a lot of places, I would actually enjoy the drive. But you know, when you're sitting here and stop and go for a long time, it's not fun. But I figured, why not go live and just talk to you guys and tell you what's going on. So Ocho is not going to be going to this show because of the work that needs to be done. I can't even tow the car because the suspension is so bad in the back. It makes towing difficult. I can't get over about 40 miles an hour without the car pulling. And then the Polo, I was hoping I would get the fuel pump for it in before the end of the week. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. It did ship out, but I'm not sure when it's going to get here. If it does get here before the end of the week, I may be able to put it in and drive it to the show. But if not, that's not going to be a case. And then I have my 63. And unfortunately with that one, I thought about taking it over to the show, but the seats in that car need to be redone. The original Volkswagen coconut fiber, aka the horsehair as they call it, padding in the seats is rock hard on the driver's side, and I can only drive it for about 45 minutes before my tailbone starts hurting pretty bad. So that car's out of consideration just for the fact that it's about a 2.5 hour drive to get to the show. So we'll see. Chances are I'll probably be driving a 2015 Beetle convertible there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so for those of you joining in that maybe are not members of the channel here, this is just a normal daily commute here in Florida. I'm just outside of Tampa. This road is a toll road. It's known as the Suncoast Expressway, and as you can see, it's not too expressive as it is. A lot of cars, a lot of people live in this state and in this area. This exit I just passed is State Road 54, and we're right on the Pasco Hernando county line, going into Pasco Hillsborough. So we're just going into the Hillsborough County. But those of you that live in Tampa know what I'm talking about when I talk about the excessive traffic here. And the closer you get to downtown, the worse it is. Something you just deal with if you live in this area. Florida is a great state to live in, but traffic is bad, drivers are bad, and it's always a challenge when you're out on the road. But today I decided to go live here and give you guys an update on what's going on with the channel and the upcoming VW show. And the other thing is too, the garage project that's going in is going to be built. Building is going up this coming week, so it's pretty exciting. And I'm probably gonna actually stream the construction of the building live. I'm still thinking about that. Obviously it's gonna be a long process, so I doubt anybody's gonna want to sit there for 8 hours a day watching a building being put up, but you could tune in from time to time. I may end up just doing short live snippets during the day. I don't think I'll set it up to live stream all day, but it just depends on what's going on. Then of course I got the 73 Beetle that I'm working on too. That one, little by little. Haven't had a whole lot of time to work on it. Things have been really busy. So much stuff going on between work and house things and some car issues. It's been super busy, and the 73 has not been a priority. But I've got a couple of little things done here and there. Once that building is up, then I'll be able to move the cars into the garage, and that's going to facilitate me being able to actually take things apart and not have to worry about it being outside and random animals running in. For example, I had the window out on the 73 while I was fixing the pop-outs, and had to let the car sit outside with no window in it. We have raccoons, we have a lot of cats, different critters out there. But it'll be nice to have a dedicated space to work on the vehicles for a change. And the first big job I'm going to do once the garage is up, I'm actually going to pull the engine and transmission out of my 63 and replace the transmission, which I've had in my possession for about 2 years. A rebuilt transmission. Just have not really had the motivation to take the car apart and do the job because of the lack of space that I have. But I'm excited to get that done. I've been driving the car with the transmission pad for several years, and it's going to be so nice to be able to get in that car and cruise smooth and quiet and not have it popping out of gear. Matter of fact, I'm sure I'm not going to even know what to do with driving it, because I'm so used to holding my hand on the shifter to keep it from popping out of gear. My guess is I'll probably still hold my hand on the shifter for a while until I get used to it. Yeah, I found out the last live stream I did that the comments that you guys put on during the live stream do not show on the video after it's posted. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So I do appreciate anybody who's tuned in. It's nice to have you with me on this ride. I can see comments here as I look down, because the phone I'm using, the video is right in front of the speedometer, so I can make a quick glance and see what you're posting on there. I'm curious for those of you that are out there watching, how's your commute in the morning? Do you have a long drive? Do you have to sit in the bumper-to-bumper traffic? Or do you have a nice, easy route? Maybe some backcountry roads, or you live somewhere where you're away from a big city. I've always, no matter where I've lived, I've always been in a situation where I've had to do a southbound travel to work. So I've always dealt with heavy traffic. I worked at one place once where the afternoon commute was worse than the morning. This one, the morning is worse than the afternoon. It takes me longer in the morning to get there than it does to get home. But one of the places I worked, if I didn't leave by 4 p.m., for example, if I left at 4:30 or 5, it was upwards of a 2.5 hour commute home. But in the morning, it was 45 minutes to an hour. So it was unbelievable. I had to get my schedule changed. It's either work late or get off early, one of the two. You could not get off during the peak rush hour times. So yeah, this is kind of the normal traffic flow. Once you get past that area we were just in, then it picks up and you can get up to speed limit for a while. Go for a few miles and then it'll slow down again. road for years and years and years, so I pretty much know the traffic pattern, and I know when things are not right, something's going on, usually an accident. People drive pretty crazy down here in Florida. It never used to be like this, but it has definitely gotten worse as the years go on. We have more and more people moving into the state from all sorts of places. You really do take your life in your hands every day on these roads. I normally see 1 to 2 accidents a day here. There's always a lot of close calls. Moving pretty nice right here today, which is good. This flow is kind of what it's like when school is out during like Christmas break, Easter break, aka spring break in the summer. And when it's like this, it's pretty nice. As I mentioned earlier, I enjoy driving. I love driving. I just don't like being stuck in the bumper-to-bumper traffic. If you ever find yourself coming to Tampa, one word of warning I'll give you for this road. Again, this is the Suncoast Toll Road, aka the Veterans Expressway. You see right here this sign on the left, through lane entrance. That's actually the express lane. In the morning going southbound, the express lane is usually a safe bet to be in. However,
in 1 mile, exit left.
If you are going northbound in the afternoon, do not take that express lane. It is bad news. 90% of the time you will be stuck in that while the other traffic is just flying by. In the mornings, I'd say you probably have a 80% chance of it being fine, but every once in a while it does get backed up. I normally do not take it because
in a quarter of a mile, exit left.
Yeah, so you guys, I'm not sure if you can hear the GPS. I put that on just so it can keep track of time for me, and it also alert me if there's any accidents, so I know. Of course, now
exit left.
It's trying to put me into the express lane, which I'm not going to go in, because once you get in that, you're stuck. If there's a backup, you got no choice but to stay in it. Maybe you guys can see as I get close to it. If you look at those barriers, you'll see several of them are missing. That's because people get frustrated and they drive through them. They don't want to be stuck in that lane, so they plow them down. That's why you see the different color ones, because the orange ones are the original ones, the white ones are the replacements. Usually a state trooper is sitting over here on the right when you round this corner. That's almost a daily thing. Looks like he's not there today. But he's usually sitting right to the right where that sign is, behind that sign. We do occasionally get some people going pretty fast out here, even through the traffic, weaving in and out. As I mentioned, we're in the spot where the traffic normally flows. It always amazes me how, with this extreme volume of cars we have, that you can have some areas where the traffic moves really quickly and other areas where it's just stop and go. Let's see here, this truck, I don't know what he's doing. Nobody in front of him and he's slamming on the brakes. This is how accidents happen. We have people doing things like that. Now look to my left and you'll see that express lane is backed up and our lanes are going smoothly past. However, we are now approaching the Gun Highway area, which is where the traffic starts backing up pretty heavily again. And normally from this point on, all the way into Tampa, downtown area, it is bumper to bumper the rest of the way. Unfortunate that I don't have to drive all that way. This guy behind us that just passed almost hit us from behind. I'm driving a pretty small vehicle here. So if I get hit, that's going to be totaled. Appreciate those of you that are watching. Hope you're having a good day, whatever time of day or night it is. Just for those who are tuning in, I am in Tampa, Florida, driving on the Suncoast Expressway toll road. We've now entered the bumper-to-bumper traffic portion again, which we have at various points during this drive. And from this point on, it's going to be really slow. So I've given everybody the updates of what's going on with the cars, the channel. I'm hoping to make some more videos as time permits, especially once the garage is up. I'll have a dedicated area to work, and it's nice. I'll be able to set up the camera and film more. But it is going to be one step at a time. Building's going to go up first, then later is going to come electrical. So it's going to be a while, one step at a time here. But this lifelong dream of having this garage is finally coming true, and I'm excited about it. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off, and I wish all of you a great day or night.
In half a mile, exit right.
And stay safe out there.